People often say, everything happens for a reason. But have you ever wondered why people believe that? Let's understand through a story. One day, deep inside a peaceful forest, a young man came to meet a wise saint. His face was pale, eyes filled with tears. The saint asked gently, "My child, what troubles you?" The young man replied in pain, "Everything I owned is gone. Robbers stole it all. I have nothing left, not even a way to return home. How can anyone say this happened for the best?" The saint smiled softly. "Let me explain," he said, through a story. Once, a terrible flood struck a small village. It washed away everything, houses, fields, and people's hopes. Among those who suffered was a poor farmer and his family. They lost the few grains they had saved for the season. The farmer's young son said gently, "It's okay, father. Whatever happened, happened for good." The farmer grew angry. "What foolish words are these?" he shouted. "We've lost everything. Our home, our food. How can this be good?" Heartbroken, the boy left in tears. Hours later, as the sun set, the farmer began to regret his harsh words. Just then, a rescue boat arrived and saved them. A villager said, "You scolded your son for nothing. He was right. You were saved after all." But the farmer replied bitterly, "Saved? We still have no home, no food. What good is that?" His wife placed a comforting hand on his shoulder. "We may not have much," she said softly, "but don't lose hope. I'll work in nearby houses. We'll survive." The next day, the farmer went to the city in search of work. He tried everywhere, but no one hired him. Defeated, he returned home and whispered, "My son is gone. My crops are gone. My peace is gone. How can people still say everything happens for a reason?" His wife encouraged him again. "Try once more. Things will change." The farmer sighed and went out again. On the way, he met a saint who asked, "My friend, why do you look so sad?" The farmer told him everything, how the flood took his house, his food, and his son. The saint listened patiently and said, "That's exactly why I say what happened for your good." The farmer frowned. "How can suffering be good?" The saint replied calmly, "The answers will come with time. Just don't lose faith." That night, the farmer sat alone, thinking deeply about the saint's words. Days later, he found work with a kind merchant who paid him well and even gave him a small house. One evening, someone knocked at his door. When he opened it, he froze. It was his son. "Father," the boy smiled, "you moved and didn't tell me. After I left, I found work in the city and started a tea stall. I'm doing well now." The farmer's eyes filled with tears. In that moment, he realized every pain, every loss had silently led them towards something better. The saint finished his story. The young man said, "That's a nice story, but in my case, everything was stolen. What good can come from that?" The saint smiled and reached into his robe. "Actually," he said, "I found something in the forest. Here, take this." He handed the young man a glowing stone, the legendary philosopher's stone, said to turn iron into gold. The young man gasped, "If my things hadn't been stolen, I would never have come here, never met you, never found this treasure." The saint smiled again. So, my friends, what did we learn from today's story? No matter how dark life seems, time reveals the truth. Painful moments pass. Never make decisions in anger or sadness, because even the worst times often lead us to something better. Follow Rise Worth Tales for more inspiring stories that change how you see life.